Oh man, always fun putting those over the top videos together. It's my Zen place. What's up, everybody? We got a big show tonight. We're going to make it short and sweet because we have a lot of basketball to get back to. We're going to talk some March Madness. We're going to talk some Dynasty, some of the Highlander game. We're going to roll for draft order for League number 4, Vecna of the Highlander game. We're going to give away a free entry to a Highlander game and one to the big game. But first, we're going to go around the horn here. Let's start with Chris, our co-host. How you doing tonight, Chris? And how's your bracket looking?
My bracket is pretty sad. It's probably going to be pretty sad until at least next week. Hoping for a quick turnaround. Couldn't get much worse than it is right now.
All right. What about you, Ethan? How's your night going and how's your bracket doing?
Night's going pretty good. Just been working all week, and bracket high point made me lose my first game, and North Carolina's coming around with the second one. But hopefully we can get back on track, like Chris said, and hopefully not miss any more games, and try to be perfect from here on out.
That's what it's all about. So this is my first year, but these guys are a little bit more seasoned. Nick, how long you been doing it, and how's your bracket?
Yeah, I've been doing brackets since like probably middle school. My bracket's going pretty good right now. I picked High Point, and I even bet on them in the sports book, so I won some coin. It's going pretty good. I just need BYU to come back and win this game.
Yeah, so big things going on, guys. Like I said, this is my first year doing March Madness. I'll admit to that. We're going to get into it, and these guys are going to bounce it around and kind of I'm going to see what I learned tonight. So hopefully you're on their side and you're excited about March Madness. But we have a big show tonight, so we're going to get right into it. Like we always do, we're going to talk about some of the Ballsville stuff going on here. It is 2 weeks from our Dynasty payment deadline, April 1st. We are at about 65% paid throughout the Dragons and the Heroes. Thank you to those that get your dues in early. As we collect your dues, because it is a lot to get into. If you don't know, this is 16 leagues per game, and we have 3 games, the Dragons, the Heroes, and the new expansion Beasts. So this is the Beast. All these players are paid, but when you get into the Heroes and the Dragons, you can see some of these are less filled out. In the case of Catchem here, we have JoJo. Joey, if you're watching this, once you pay, we will get a plus 25 credit to our mini game for the year. If another league beats us and they don't have a mini game, they will spawn a mini game of $25, and the winner of that doesn't have to pay their dues next year. This is because of surpluses that we get throughout the year, and we give it back to the players in many ways. A lot of these leagues are going to come with a mini game. And after the April 1st deadline, for the people that haven't checked in, out of all these leagues, all 48 of them, we're going to have a few orphans. It doesn't look like there's going to be much. We still have 2 weeks to go, so we're on a good pace. But with the orphans, if you come in, you can pay 1 year for a rebuild or 2 years to join fully and compete for the year. And if you choose that option, that overlap in dues will also add to the minigame or produce a minigame for your league. So orphans are a silver lining kind of deal here. When people come and pay for both years. The mini leagues, I'm going to pass it over to Chris. Chris, tell us about the mini leagues and how that experience has been.
It's been a whirlwind. 80 leagues. We doubled the size of the mini leagues from last year, from 40 to 80 leagues. They fill fast. They draft, like, it takes 3 weeks at this pace for a 4-hour timer to draft. So, I mean, it's keeping us busy for right now, but in a couple weeks when that last draft is over, we're waiting for the big game to come out. So right now it's fine. We're going to have some downtime, but I tell you what, let's fill these Highlander games and get that ready to roll when the time comes in August. We're going to be good to go.
Yeah, speaking of the Highlander, Chris is one of the managers. The other managers here with us also. Ethan, You want to tell us about how many leagues we filled and where our progress is for the Highland?
Yeah, we're making great progress. We're in the middle of March. We've already filled 4 of these. Me and Chris, we got a baseline for running 10 leagues this year. This is a brand new game to Ballsville. So, I mean, for those who end up watching this and that are watching now, hopefully you get invested in this a little bit. It's one of the best games you can play. Over certain times, the lowest scoring team is going to be eliminated. And after like a certain like 3-week period, for every 3 weeks, we add more roster positions to it as teams start to eliminate. So more players become available, and you have a budget to spend your budget on players. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's definitely one of the most, to me, it's one of the funnest, the best game on Sleeper. I mean, it's just fun. It's called Chopped on Guillotine, but we run it with best
Yeah, it's
ball.
going to be a good time.
Yeah, your
yeah.
roster matters.
And the leagues that are now open are number 5 and number 6. That's going to be the Headless Horseman and Necromancer. If you guys are watching and you're not part of our group, we will throw up the QR code so that you guys can jump into the hub. If you scan this code, you can jump into the hub. That's where the leagues drop. They're currently open. Vecna is league number 4. That is going to roll for a free entry. And it's going to roll for draft order tonight. But that free entry, I mean, what do you think, guys? Want to do that now?
Let's do it.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Let's get a free winner.
All right, let's do it. We're going to come over here to our beloved, very useful Wheel of Names. We have all 18 entries here. So you're going to have a 1 out of 15 shot because there's 18 people in this league, but 3 of them are right here on the panel. And we're going to exclude ourselves because we are management here for this game. Nick, do not follow suit if you're in one of these leagues. You can be in the free entry role. But Chris, Ethan, and myself will be excluded. So you'll have a 1 of 15 shot if your name is Sticky Picky, Jojo, TB, that's Todd Barber, Cup of Mulvaney. All right, cool. That's a new name. Pressy, Chief's Life, Grizz Tony, B Silver, White Knight, Pruble, P Groat, Dead Man Soul, Stat Pawns, Sarah, or JD912. All right, without further ado, let's see who gets this free entry. Good luck, everybody.
Not again.
Oh, it's going to be a familiar name.
Pruble.
Mr. Pruble.
Congrats.
And we're gonna keep your name on the list, but you're gonna get a free entry into one of the next leagues coming up. I want to take a second. We love what we do here, guys. We love Ballsville as a community. We had a player who did this last year. This player stepped up and doesn't want to be named. Pretty adamant about that. Asked me not to name, but he is a very long-time player, and he put an extra $100 into this pot, and he wants us to give away 4 additional free entries. So that means every league 1 through 9 is going to have a free entry rolled. We'll stack you guys into the final league if that's what we plan to do, and then we'll do a preemptive roll for the 10th free entry. And so literally 10 leagues, 10 free entries. One of 18 odds to get a BOGO. Pretty cool.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Anonymous.
Mr. Anonymous, yes. And that's the free entry. That's what it's going to look like. The mini games. We have the mini games underway, guys. This is the exciting part we want to talk about. Bracketville is currently underway. This is Ballsville's first mini game for March Madness. This is something we will do every year. It's such a great turnout. We currently have, Ethan, what is it, like 220 plus members in our mini game?
Oh, I think it's more than that. I think we got about 300 or 400. I can give you that exact number. I got my Sleeper app pulled up right here. 1 second. Let me pull it up. We got.
So it is nice.
Yeah, we have
It's
355 brackets.
Wow. Yeah, that's insane. That's insane. So I don't even watch college ball. Chris, you watch a lot of college ball?
I don't until this time of year. If I want to get better at this, then I'd have to.
That goes for me too.
I'd have to
Same for me.
watch more.
What about you, Nick?
Yeah, I watch whenever I can. I actually enjoy college basketball more than NBA. I think I like the competition a little bit better. But yeah, it usually picks up around March Madness for me.
All right, guys, before we continue this conversation, we do want to throw up the banner here. We do have a giveaway at the end of the show. We expect that there's not going to be a large turnout for the live audience, but we do want to give those of you loyal watchers that like to be here live an opportunity to enter this free roll. It's a $7 big game entry. We'll talk about the big game a little later in the show. But the word is going to be Madness, MADNESS. Enter that into the chat for your chance to win. We'll leave this banner up here. So, Ethan, I didn't ask you, right? How many years have you been doing March Madness, and have you had any success?
I mean, Nick hit it pretty spot on. I mean, middle school is kind of when I just got going with everything. I kind of got going with fantasy sports in general. Just became a fanatic, and loving the game and all the games. Yeah, March. I mean, that's pretty much when I began. I mean, I've never had like a crazy good pool. Like, Yahoo and ESPN and whoever, they'll announce the $1 million brackets, and it's for free. So you try to just get as close as you can. But you know what they say is, I mean, you kind of got a better chance of getting struck by lightning twice than having a perfect bracket.
Yeah, I mean, we already had the same. Well, who was the upset? The first upset? I mean, right off the bat, you got brackets.
High Point. Yep.
High Point.
Nick's
Yeah, so that's kind
too.
of a big deal.
I also want to make a quick announcement real quick. Can I make a quick announcement?
Yeah.
I mean, for the very first game today was just nuts. Ohio State, TCU. TCU was up by like 17-19. Looked like they were about to run away with it. Ohio State took the lead. I mean, right out of halftime, like 10 minutes in. And this game right here, me and Chris got VCU. North Carolina was up, 23 points, Chris?
Something like that. I was
live
just
now.
gonna say,
It's live. We alive, baby.
Oh, I love it. It's pretty cool, man. I'm having a good time. I was actually out here watching college basketball with my kid who watches. He's such a bro, man. I love that kid. He's anything you can that has anything to do with sports, he's all over it. So we're bonding over it now. This is my first year for it, so I'm pretty stoked. You have a matchup tonight that you guys are looking forward to. Nick, how about you?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the St. Louis Georgia game. I got St. Louis winning and picked them in the bracket, and I have them in a parlay. So if that hits, I win like $570, which would be cool.
Me and Ethan have Georgia.
All right.
Yeah, I'm looking for the Georgia game too myself. I'm ready to see Georgia do what they got to do.
So before we move off of the March Madness bracket, guys, this is minigame number 1. Last year, our minigame number 1 was actually the draft predictor minigame. That's a Ballsville custom game that we have open now. That is for Ballsville players only. So if you're in a league, you can join it. If you're not, you're going to have to join one of these Highlander games to get in there, so that you can be a Ballsville player eligible to win. That's $85 in prizes. This mini game for the bracket is $75 in prizes. But this is just free entry for Ballsville players. The draft predictor, it's going to be a lot of fun to watch on draft day. Everybody's going to be able to score their card. We're going to watch live and see who's getting them right and who's going to win that $85 prize. It's some cash money and some Ballsville cash for you to play around the game, if you want to play the Highlander or if you want to play the big game. We're going to give you the opportunity to do that. You guys have anything else to add for March Madness and what you're looking forward to?
This is my favorite time of the March Madness bracket. I mean, it just now, it comes out today. We get pretty much unlimited college basketball for like the next 4 days. So, I mean, this is the best time for it. I mean, it's just, it's one of the best times of the year for some people. I'm not even a big college fan, but it's just fun to watch the kids go out and play their heart out.
Yeah, that's it for me too.
So I don't know if you guys know this, but this is statistically the most vasectomies get done this time of year. I don't think it's a coincidence, but guys want to stay home and recover and watch college ball. So we do want to give a shout out to some of our trusted pools. We have Cyborg, who's out there running pools. He's been doing it for years. Ethan runs pools. and the guys over there at War Room are taking their shot at some of these pools, and then ourselves. So make sure you catch us next year. If you missed out this year, we'll go ahead and move on. We have a little game here, a little guess who. Chris is going to take over this. We'll go ahead and bring up our next scene, our next slide, and let Chris talk us through. Go ahead, Chris.
All right, so I'll be showing two stat lines, two different players, and I would like to get the audience reaction and our three game contestants here, their opinions on which player they'd rather take and or who would they rather have on their starting lineup in their roster. And I will let you know who the players are. Any special stats that aren't included in this, which I'll get to, and also I will give you their ADP after you make your decision.
Oh wow!
The first matchup is a quarterback matchup. Seeing these stats, which player would you rather have on your starting lineup?
Yeah, the player on the top side. I mean,
Yeah,
give me
definitely
those.
the top.
I mean, I believe
Player
the
on-
top
Yeah,
side
I mean that's
too.
15 more touchdowns there.
I don't see why I wouldn't pick the top. And are we guessing the
All right.
player or no?
It's up to you. I would rather just tell you who they are.
Tell me. Tell me,
The
boss.
top player is Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
The
Ooh.
bottom player is Drake May. Drake May is drafted at the 1-6 spot, and Matthew Stafford is drafted at the 4-11.
Wow.
Wow, that's a discrepancy. And Drake May is still the 1-2 in dynasty startups. Number 2.
And these are only mini league ADPs, by the way. So this is where they're getting drafted in mini leagues. Matchup number 2 is a running back matchup. Which player would you rather have?
Bottom.
Why
The
wouldn't I pick the
bottom
bottom?
player.
The bottom's more efficient.
The top player is Ashton Genty.
Hmm.
The bottom player is Travis Etienne.
Very well.
Yeah.
The ADP of Ashton
Oh,
Genty is the 210. The ADP of Travis Etienne is 608.
So knowing the players, I would rather have Genty in this situation because I think that team's going to see a lot of improvement, especially with Lindenbaum, that addition. Yeah, so I can see why Genty would be taken above here. Yeah. Next player.
Okay. The next four matchups are the next three matchups, are wide receiver matchups. Wide receiver on top or wide receiver on bottom?
Bottom.
Bottom.
I'm going to say top because I know you're a trickster, Chris.
The player on top missed
Now he's playing the game.
2 games more than the player on the bottom.
See, I knew you were up to something.
Player
Yeah,
on
top.
The player on top is CD Lamb.
Mm.
The player on bottom is Chris Olave.
That's still not a bad one.
CD Lamb is drafted at the
Oh, wow.
201. Chris Olave is drafted at the 402.
Man, 2 touchdowns. That's rough.
Yeah, I can't believe that just looking back.
Oh, man. Player 4.
The next matchup. Oh, wait. Oh, man. Can you go back to that last stat? I grabbed the wrong player. That is not the 2 players I said. The top player is Justin Jefferson.
Ouch.
The
That makes
bottom
sense.
player is Zay Flowers.
Oh, man.
Mm.
That's rough.
Those now Justin Jefferson is drafted at the 206. Zay Flowers is drafted at the 604.
Wow. Sleeping on Zay Flowers.
Hey, who has the better years, Zay Flowers or DJ Moore?
Zay Flowers.
Flowers.
Yeah, Flowers.
Okay, so who we got here?
Okay, matchup number 4.
Mm.
Which player would you rather have? And I will let you know that the second player, even though their stats are down, missed half their games.
Well,
In that case,
I mean,
probably
the top
bottom.
player, I suppose.
I'd rather have.
Yeah, probably bottom.
I'd rather have
if you
that
double
bottom
those.
player, and I know who the bottom player is. I'd rather have the bottom player.
The top player is Ladd McConkey.
Mm.
The bottom player is Terry McLaurin. Ladd
Yeah.
McConkey is being drafted
Oh,
at
man.
the 502 spot. Terry McLaurin is drafted at the 801.
Wow.
And with Jaden Daniels coming back.
All righty. Number 5.
Number 5.
And Debo
Which
moving
player
on,
would
right?
you
Wait,
rather
who'd they bring in over there in Washington?
They have Rashad White and
Rashad White and the tight end Okonkwo.
Okonkwo, yep. Chigo Okonkwo.
All right.
I think you know where we're going with this. Which one would you rather have? The one on top or the one on bottom?
The bottom. I
Bottom.
mean, 100 receptions.
The top.
his bottom.
He knows where I'm going with this. The top player is CeeDee Lamb. The bottom player is Chris Olave.
Ooh.
But CeeDee Lamb
Oh,
still
man.
only had 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, but I figured that
that's
was
still
CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
Number
Matchup
6.
number 6.
Oh, this one's close.
Mm.
Which player would you rather have?
Oh. The bottom.
I'll say
Hit us
top.
with it.
Yeah, I'm saying top.
Top.
Man.
You guys are playing the game.
The top player is Tet McMillan.
Mm. Yep.
The bottom player is A.J. Brown. Tet is drafted at the 404. A.J. Brown is the 502.
Yeah, I'm still
Yeah, I'd
taking
rather
Ted.
have AJ Brown.
I'd rather have Ted, I believe.
Yeah.
I'd rather have Ted.
Yeah, I think it's an unpopular opinion. I think AJ Brown. I think he's still got juice and should overperform his ADP. I have a lot of AJ Brown.
Matchup number 7. Now, the last 2 matchups are tight end matchups.
Mm.
The first matchup, which player would you rather have?
Probably bottom.
I'll go top. I like the efficiency there. Tight end. Our touchdowns are unreliable.
I like. Dang, give me the bottom too. I like all them
Yeah.
touchdowns.
The top player is Colston Loveland.
Ooh.
The bottom player is Dallas Goddard.
Yeah.
Man,
Colston
that's gonna
Loveland
be top.
is drafted at the 511.
Oh yeah.
Dallas
That makes
Goddard
sense.
is drafted at the 1310.
Well, I regret that decision.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Wait, so do I get this one? I win this one. Thank you. Number 8.
In the last matchup, I will let you know that the bottom player missed more than half of the season.
Oh wow.
Which player would you rather have?
Probably
Man,
bottom.
I'll go bottom. 6
I know who it
touchdowns.
I'm gonna go
The
top.
top player?
I'm gonna go top.
The top player is Tyler Warren. Bottom player is Tucker Kraft.
I knew it. I knew it.
Tyler Warren is being drafted at the 705, and Tucker Kraft is being drafted at the 807.
Not a bad one.
Yeah, still give me Kraft.
Man, without the ADP, who would you guys rather have?
Kraft.
I think I'd rather have
Tucker Kraft.
Warren like slightly. Like it'd be like honestly, like it doesn't matter to me.
Are you paying attention to that?
All right, so,
VCU game?
Man, it's close.
Oh wow.
We've got less than 30 seconds left, and VCU's down by 2.
Come on. Get it
Yikes.
together.
Hey, St. Mary's is getting BTA right now.
And that concludes our game.
That's fun.
So we had an extension of that, guys. We have another part of that, but we're going to save it for a future week. We want to get through these so we can get back to the basketball games. We are going to talk a little bit about some stragglers from the NFL free agency that we didn't get to. This is going to be a new segment in the future. We're just going to kind of give you a little beta of it right now. The Eagles signed Hollywood Brown. I don't know if this is like a precursor to them moving on from AJ Brown. Maybe there can be only one Brown in town. I've been in cities like that. But do you guys think that this does anything for Hollywood's value? We'll go to you, Chris.
Nah, not really. Nope, I'm not a believer in Brown.
All right. What about you, Nick? You think this does anything for him?
I think it could. I think it could resurgence his career. I think he had. I think he showed hope in when he was in Arizona and his time there. And I think it's a better situation for him. It all comes down to his quarterback. I'm not super sold on Jalen Hurts tossing the ball up. He averages like 120 yards a game, it seems. So, but yeah, I mean, I think it's clear that AJ Brown's moving on and they're going to ship him somewhere.
I don't know if you guys know, but I think the number 3 there is Jahan Dotson, right? Like if they get rid of AJ Brown, then I think that Hollywood is going to be the second best receiver on that roster. I think his value would go up a little bit. I don't think this drops him at all. Ethan, where do you stand? Do you think this is even, elevates, or drops his value?
I think that it definitely elevates his value a little bit, but I'm definitely not sold on him. Just for an example, like with the jersey he's wearing right there in that picture, he's on the Chiefs. And when Rice was out for some of the season last year, that was the big talk last year. Worthy became just a staple in that offense, and I don't think he really did much. I mean, I just don't think that he's going to be that he gets it done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you said that. If I'm Xavier Worthy, I think I'm pretty upset because it was kind of your time to shine last year, and right out of the gate, if you remember, boom, Travis Kelce runs into him, injures his shoulder.
Hey, and correction, Dotson went to Atlanta. So actually, I think especially if AJ goes out the window, I think, or if he leaves Philadelphia, I think it could potentially be a good spot for Marquise Hollywood Brown.
So I think it's 3-1. Everybody thinks that his arrow might be pointed up. I know he's going to be a value in some of these best ball drafts going as late as round 23. Moving on, we talked about this last week, but it was breaking news. We didn't really dive into it. Kyler Murray going to the Vikings. We'll go to Ethan first. Do you think that this is his job?
No, maybe for the off season, maybe for a couple weeks to start the season, but no, he got replaced by Brissett. It's going to be the same thing. Nine's going to play some games, and Nine's young. I mean, he's going to show him that he belongs, and he's going to take the job over it. He's been a meme, but no, he's that guy.
All right, we're going to pull you guys up in the comments. There's not a lot of you because, everybody's watching basketball, except for Todd Barber and the rest of these people who jumped in to come and say hi tonight. So, Ethan, you think his stock goes up, down, or stays the same?
Kyler's? Oh, I think Kyler's in a great landing spot as far as him being in Minnesota. I think he's still – I want to say he's still a starting quarterback in the league today. I mean, he's better than some, not all, but he's better than some. He's got Justin Jefferson to throw the ball to. He's going to make Addison relevant, hopefully, and Hawkinson back relevant, hopefully. I just want to see that he belongs, and yeah, of course.
So it sounds like you're saying he's going to stay neutral. Let's go over to Nick. You think this elevates, raises, or drops his value?
I think it elevates it a little bit. Granted, I wouldn't spend that much for a quarterback in a battle like he's going to compete with McCarthy for the job. If he wins, his stock drastically elevates. But for now, I think it's slightly elevated. I would definitely not trade super high for him right now. But, yeah, I think it's a good spot for him, especially if he wins it. I would like to see what he does with Justin Jefferson, Addison.
What about you, Chris?
I just want to say that the rankings that I use for my cheat sheets have him currently ranked at the quarterback 12 if he's the starter this year. Quarterback 12.
Yeah, I would say that's an elevation.
That's crazy.
So
ranking.
one thing that stands out to me is because we know Kyler is immature. I think we all kind of have that consensus idea that he's an immature guy. And he had a quote, it's not my job to get Marvin Harrison Jr. the ball. I think that kind of stemmed from some frustrations, maybe in practice or training camp, and maybe Marvin Harrison just wasn't as good as he was, portrayed to be. And it could be some frustrations that bled over. And I don't know how much chemistry Kyler had. We know he couldn't do it with Michael Wilson. They had 2 years together and never got anything going. And now without him, we see how Michael Wilson is doing. So is this a Kyler problem, or is this just like developmental? As Trey McBride came on, it was developmental pass catchers, and maybe Kyler can succeed in a new environment. But I think if he is a starter, his stock does go way up. And I think quarterback 12 is in the question, especially with that receiving core over there. One more player to talk about. We have the Chiefs trading for JoJo's very favorite, put his stamp on them, Justin Fields. We'll go to Nick first. What do you feel about Justin Fields? And did JoJo ever get Justin Fields from you?
No, he did not. I mean, I'm kind of indifferent about it. I think it proves that I think they might give Patrick Mahomes time to fully heal. I know they say he wants to be back by week 1, but of course he wants to be back, but I don't think he'll be 100% even at like midway during the season. So I think if they have any common sense over in Kansas City, I think they give Justin Fields a starting position at least for the first quarter of the season. And yeah, for that point, I like his stock, but other than that, he's a QB2. So I think his stock, as after getting benched midway last season, I think his stock slightly elevates, but definitely not full elevation. What I would like to see.
We're going to have to create a secondary stock up that's a little bit less aggressive, more moderate, right?
Yeah.
Chris, what do you think of Justin Fields? How does this landing spot affect his stock?
I don't think it elevates it at all. I think it's never been lower than it is now. Him going to the Chiefs is only going to set him up for gadget plays if Mahomes is if he's ready to start. He's not going to give up any starting time. Maybe a gadget play here and there, but I don't even think that's going to work out in his favor. You're not going to want to put Mahomes on the bench to run some gadget play. So I think he's just trash. He's trash.
So him landing in KC, I noticed, has dropped Rashee Rice into the 6th, 7th round. Everybody's backing off of him. So if Mahomes does start the year, I think it's a value for Rashee Rice, and his stock will go up. What do you think about this? What does this do to his stock, Ethan, for Justin Fields?
Yeah, I'm kind of in Chris's boat. I never really even liked Fields, and like you just mentioned, Rashee Rice. I think if I've drafted Rice early 4th round, mid 4th round, and I'm scared if Fields is the one behind center. But no, I mean, I think that also Nick could also be right. I mean, I'm thinking that was a lateral move in case that Mahomes is not ready to come back week 1. But I don't know. I think if it's still middle of March, I think they're going to try to ramp him up, and hopefully he'll be ready by week 1. Hopefully.
I think that I agree with Chris totally. If Mahomes is ready to go, there's no chance that Justin Fields sees the field unless it's for like a 4th and 1 gadget play. But I don't think Mahomes is going to be ready to go. I think he got injured, in like week 17 last year, right?
16
as
or
they were trying to get a
17.
playoff spot.
Yeah, it was
a late season injury. And Andy Reid's not going to want to risk his future getting Mahomes out there early just to start the season when they have talent on defense. I think it's a quick spike for his value. I think if you got him, now's the time to sell him. Maybe go to the Mahomes owner and say, hey, look, you can guarantee you're going to have starting quarterback giving you value to start the season. But I think long term, this puts him in the gutter. I think the contract is just a 1 year, right?
I think so.
I mean, so we could be talking about a guy that's just he's floated around. Unfortunately for Fields, he did have to go play with the Jets, and we know what that does to player values. It's kind of like a black hole. I don't know if you guys are Dragon Ball Z fans, but if you recall, like they used to train with weighted gear, and it just held them down. And I think that's what we're seeing out of Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall is just this infinite weight on them. And if they ever got out of that green uniform, they would thrive. So moving on, we'll talk a little bit about the big game, guys. We're going to give away a free entry to the big game tonight. This is a $7 entry. This comes after the NFL draft. We are in the process of collecting dues. April 1st is the deadline for Dynasty. And then we schedule everybody's rookie draft, and that draft will begin on schedule automatically. That allows us to turn our focus over to the big game and prepare those leagues. Last year, it was 96 leagues, 12 divisions, 10-team leagues. You win your league, you get $50. You can keep it, you can split it, or you can wager it all in pursuit of the big prize at the end. The highest big game total we've had was $1,600 by Cross 24. That was in 2024, and that's a $7 entry. So that's how our game works. You play, you win in your league. You have an opportunity to win a whole lot more. We're going to give that away, and those start right after the NFL draft with Division I Game of Thrones, and that's our trademark game. We're excited for it. Like we said earlier, Highlander is Game 6. That is the new game. We are in year 6, so we have a game for every year. This is the second time that we've expanded the Dynasty League. The Dragons are the original. The Heroes came last year, and then 16 more leagues for the Beast came this year, and we are nothing but thrilled. We have 2 more things to do here. We're going to talk a little bit about some Dynasty trades that go on throughout Ballsville. And before we do that, we're going to hit this little annoying intro.
Trade Talk. Ballsville is excellent.
Yep. All right, cool. We're going to move it along. I'm going to bounce this to you guys. Coming up first out of Gandalf, we have Dead Man Soul receiving Jacoby Brissett, Jalen Waddle, because he is a Denver fan, and he gets the 110. In return, JoJo gets Keon Coleman and a bag of chips and the 102. So pretty much Brissett, Waddle, and the 110 for the 102. And, JoJo's a Raider fan, and that's probably going to be a Mendoza pick. So no quarterbacks getting sent. He's receiving the quarterback. We'll go to you first, Chris. Who do you think won this trade, and how do you see the value here?
I don't trust that Brissett is going to be who they ultimately go with this year. Yeah, I mean, he could be, but that's in Dynasty. I would rather have Mendoza. He's going to have more than a long leash. Mendoza and Coleman, I mean, you're losing out at wide receiver, but starter for the next decade, possibly more if he's any good. Give me Mendoza.
Ethan, you agree with that? Which side would you take here?
I mean, I just feel like it's not every day that somebody offers you the 102. And yeah, I mean, I'm with Chris. I do actually think Brissett plays now that Arizona doesn't seem like they're too aggressive after a quarterback, but I don't see him being a more than this year's solution. And then Waddle, I like Waddle, nothing against him, but you got the 102 on the other side. And that 110 is still a dart. I mean, depending on where players land and where, it's a risk. It's definitely a risk. And it could pay out, but also it couldn't. But that 102 is definitely Love or Mendoza unless something, crazy happens. So I think I like that 102.
We'll go to Rookieville's own Mr. Nick. What do you expect to get there at the 110, and what do you think about this trade?
I mean, at the 110, I mean, right now, I probably think it would be somebody like Price, the running back. But I kind of lean the Keon Coleman 1.2 side. I mean, 1.2 is going to be Mendoza, unless the guy who has the 1.01 like absolutely bottles it. But I would just do that because you're getting a younger-ish receiver, Keon Coleman, and the 1.2. It's going to be a rookie. Brissett, I think he's a starter next season. Yeah, but I don't know if he has much longevity in the quarterback one role. And Waddle's 27. I think he's going to be 28 some point in the next year. But I just think there's a little bit more risk to that side. So yeah, give me the 1.2 side.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I'll take the JoJo side here. I don't think it's a bad trade. I think you're getting somebody serviceable in Brissett probably for the year. But if Arizona goes and picks up a quarterback for depth, I think that the first sign of trouble, they'll turn to the secondary quarterback because I believe that they are in a tank season and they really don't care, what's going on back there. I'll take the 102 side as well. Give me JoJo's Mendoza guy there and take that long runway. So that sounded like it was unanimous, right? Everybody's taking the JoJo side?
Yeah.
Okay, good job. Moving on, trade number 2 is from Goku. And if you're in the chat, guys, the keyword tonight is going to be madness for March Madness. Throw that in the chat for your chance to win at the end of the show. This one from Goku, we have Brady, one of our trade fanatics, getting Sam Darnold, a 2027 first and a 2027 second, and he's giving up to Grizz Tony. Chris is going to love this. Jackson Dart and Wan'Dale Robinson, who found his new home in Tennessee. We'll go to you first again, Chris. This is your guy, Jackson Dart. What do you think?
Smash, smash, smash the Dart side. He's worth he's worth all of that without Robinson, in my opinion. So smash, smash.
All right. What about you, Nick? You agree?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if this was after the news of Wan'Dale going to Tennessee, which it looks like it was. Yeah, I think Dart is easily worth that package alone. And Wan'Dale, I mean, is just icing on the cake. So I think it's not even close. Sorry to Brady, but yeah, give me the Dart side.
Shout out to Brady, though, man. That's a guy that is not afraid to pull the trigger on some of these big blockbuster moves. I think he just likes to feel what it's like. It makes him feel alive. Ethan, you like the Dart side?
I wish you would have came to me first. Yeah, it's not even close to my. I mean, my only question is the 2027 class like that good? Is it that good? But no, I love the Dart side. Dart's going to be awesome.
So from what I hear, the 2027 class is so good that you're going to find some Wan'Dale Robinson-like value in that second. I guess there's like a lot of depth coming in that class. Am I right about that, Nick?
Yeah, it's a pretty deep class. First round is just loaded with talent, and yeah, you could even find some gems into like the mid thirds.
So in my case, I know Jackson Dart is a fan favorite, and I do project him to outscore Sam Darnold by a mile. But I think that second can line up with the Wan'Dale Robinson, and you're looking at Sam Darnold and a first for Jackson Dart, depending on how well Sam Darnold can do in Seattle with his new contract, he's got a second year coming up, if I'm right? One more year. And then that first, if that pans out to be like another quarterback, somebody for the long term who's just as good as these guys, then I could see it working out. But right now, the reaction is the Grizz Tony side. And I think we're unanimous again, 4-1. So good job, Grizz. Out of Goku, also, we have White Knight. This one's going to be for Nick. We'll go to you first. It's going to be White Knight getting the 201, the 208 in this year's class, and a first for next year. And he's giving up Kyler Murray and Kyle Pitts. What do you think of that? Is that fair value?
Yeah, I think it's a pretty even trade, but yeah, I would go the White Knight side, honestly. 2027 firsts are hard to come by nowadays. I mean, people hold them like they're hot commodities. Especially if that's like an early first. Yeah, but the 201 should be a good one. I personally like Emmett Johnson there. I'm super high on him. I know he didn't perform that well at the combine. And then the 208, you could find a needle in the haystack there. But Brady didn't get a bad trade by any means. Kyler, he'll probably win the starting job at Minnesota, and Kyle Pitts, hopefully Penix or Tua treats him right. I still think I think they're going to regret moving Cousins, but that's just me. I think they need more of a pocket passer in Atlanta that makes Pitts shine.
What do you think, Ethan? You agree with that?
Yeah, I think Nick hit it on the head pretty good. Sorry, I was watching this VCU game. It's insanely close. But no,
what's going on? Tell us. Take a minute.
It's 77. They went to overtime. They came back, went to overtime. It's 30 seconds left. 77. Really close. But I'm going to give you my quick little recap. I think I would rather have the picks too, just because everybody I've talked to just has a 2027 class is just like you can't miss it. Like just one of a kind, just best class. Yeah, best classes. And not sold on Kyler. I'm not sold on Pitts. Pitts was tight end like 2 or 3 last year, but like Nick said, no pocket passer in Atlanta no more. And Pitts has never been what he was last year, so I'm not sold on him firmly. And then Kyler, he really lost his job in Arizona, and I'm not sold on him either. So I want them picks.
BCU just hit a 3.
Chris. No, they didn't.
You're
lying.
What do you think, Chris? You
I
agree
will
with the
say
guys?
this is high risk, high reward for Brady. This could pan out very well for him. If Murray is not the guy they decide to go with by the end of this season, then he takes the L here. But considering Kyler Murray is still in his 20s, I would imagine if they give him the starting job and he does well, they will give him an extension, which will lead to him having a second half career opportunity in Minnesota. So the risk is there because Pitts alone is not worth the first round next year. So I would say high risk, high reward. Right now it's crystal ball. You don't know what's going on, but it could pan out, might not.
I'm going to go with the pick side. I think that this is a smash for the pick side. I think that Kyle Pitts, I know I have Pitts in a couple leagues, and guess what? I have another tight end because you couldn't rely on him for years. So Pitts is usually like my 1A, 1B in the league I'm in. So I'm giving that up and trying to find production from the tight end spot somewhere else. I wouldn't give him up for the 201, but it wouldn't take much more for me to give up Kyle Pitts if I have another tight end. And so you're looking at Kyler Murray for that first alone. I mean, I would love to have that first if I have Kyler Murray on my roster. I would smash that in a heartbeat. So I think it's an overpay to get Kyler Murray and Kyle Pitts. I would take the pick side for sure. I believe we have one more, and that was also Brady out of Goku. So sorry, Brady, we don't really like your trades this week, but you've been in our favor in previous weeks. So, again, a guy that doesn't mind pulling the trigger on blockbusters. Here we have the 106 going to Aquila, and he's giving up Jordan Addison, the 109, and the 201. So this is Addison and the 201 to move from the 109 into the top 6. Is it worth it? We'll go to Ethan first.
Look, that's a great trade, but I'm really still a believer in Jordan Addison. So I like the Jordan Addison side. And like honestly, the 109 and 201 is not that far off to give up. I like the Brady side on this one. Brady made up for on this one. The 109 can still be a great player, and so can the 201. But the 106 is, valuable, of course, but I'll still like Jordan Addison. So give me Brady side.
What about you, Chris? What do you think?
The only thing I can think of here is that Aquila really wants Sadiq or something like that because he knew he couldn't get him at 109. I would say that if his second choice would be if Sadiq somehow gets taken before then he can just fall back and take one of the 3 wide receivers that fell to 106. But I think he probably really needs a tight end or something. That's what this screams out to me. It's an overpay for him, but if that's what he needs for that 106, I think it's fine.
Okay, moving on. Just kidding, Nick. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I lean the Brady side for this. I think obviously Aquila is wanting Kenny and Sadiq, but in my opinion, it's just a little bit too much of an overpay to jump up 3 spots from the 109 to 106. 109 should find a good player there. 201 is essentially a first round pick, and Jordan Addison, I'm still pretty high on him too, especially with Kyler there. So yeah, give me the Brady side.
Ethan, we won.
Yeah, I think if you.
I can't believe it.
Oh, did you?
Sorry.
Who took it?
Yeah, this game was crazy.
Who won?
BCU, the North Carolina guy, they were down by 2. He shot 2 free throws. Chris, did you see it?
Yeah.
He didn't even try to make the free throw. He just tried to like throw it off the backboard or something.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You got to hit the rim. And so they called a violation, and BCU won. Like that.
Yeah.
Ouch. What a way to go.
Yeah.
So Nick said a minute ago that the 201, he feels like that's going to be Emmett Johnson. So if you're telling me that I can trade Kenyon Sadiq for Jordan Addison, Emmett Johnson, and then probably like your pick of Price Cooper or Conception at number 9 there, I think that's a great trade for Brady. So a little bit of a recovery. This isn't Charizard. It's a different league. But again, just Brady. 3 of our 4 trades tonight are Brady over the last week. So shout out, Brady. We'll mention you in chat. The last thing we have to do, guys, we're going to do the spin raffle for draft order and get Chris the number 12 spot again.
18. Nope, 18. He's number 18. 18. Number 18 on this side.
18. Is it 2 in a row? You're 18?
Yeah.
Yes. I don't want it for the 3rd straight week.
Let's make it 3. Bro, get him, Alex. Can you please get him away from me? You got us beside each other.
Oh, man. That's pretty unfortunate. No, we're going to leave it now. That's what the crowd wants. That's what everybody wants.
Bro, you are sandwiching me.
So we're going to roll this. And while we roll this, guys, because we have this and we have the freebie and we're going to get out of here and watch some basketball, I got a question of the day for you guys. And it's going to be so far this offseason, who has been your biggest dynasty trade target? So who are you going after? We're going to roll the wheel, and we're going to start with draft spot number 18 and work our way up to number 1. And sorry, guys, I know I'm freezing a lot tonight. We'll get that worked out. We'll go to you first, Ethan. Who is your number 1 dynasty trade target?
Go up a little more. Dang it. Honestly, with the AJ Brown news going around like crazy, I think Devontae Smith is undervalued. I mean, I like Devontae Smith. I like trading for him wherever I can, pick him, getting him wherever I can. But yeah, I think Devontae Smith's bound for a huge. I mean, he's still young. He's bound for a huge year.
He's gonna have a good time playing the number 2 behind Hollywood Brown.
Yeah,
we'll go to you, Chris. Who do you think is your number 1 trade target in Dynasty this year?
So I've got 2 strategies. If it's buying low, I would think I'm going to specifically go after the tight end position. For my examples, I would go after Tucker Kraft coming off of his injury. If I'm just dead solid for some guy that had a good year, it's going to be a Fannin, because Fannin was like my favorite tight end last year. So I think he's gonna keep. And that quarterback position sucks there, but he still had a really good year. So I would take Fannin for a buy high and a Kraft for a buy low.
I like that. I like the Fannin one because I think his quarterback situation is kind of baked into his ADP. And I think no matter who comes out of there, whenever there's a starter named, his ADP should go up a little bit.
Yeah, so freeze. I can't see where it's at. I thought I was going to roll to me. Yes.
Yep, there it is. Sorry for cussing.
Well, Ethan is next.
That is, there's 12 players left.
Hell no, next.
So you're number 13 in the order.
Bro, get that thing off my
13.
name. Get that thing off my
The
name.
dynasty trade target of the offseason.
Yeah, I would say Harold Fannin, but I already got him in like mostly every dynasty league I'm in. But my next one would be Wandale Robinson, wide receiver from New York. Now he's a Tennessee Titan. I think Cam Ward has resurgence here, and Wandale takes a big leap into one of the top wide receivers, probably easily top 10 in the league. So yeah, give me Wandale.
Speaking of Cam Ward, we have 2 official little side bets for the year. We're putting them on the books. We're keeping receipts. We have a Cam Ward versus Malik Willis one between myself and Joey. And we have one between Chris and Ethan here based off of Devon A-Chain. Which one of you guys believes he's going to be top 10, right?
That would be me. I believe A-Chain will be a top 10 running back. I don't see why he wouldn't be as long as he can stay healthy.
Yep, and Chris says otherwise.
Running backs are just that great like that. I mean, I think A-Chain is that guy.
He's a beast.
Yes.
Nice. And Chris says otherwise. And we're going to make it official. That's an official little side bet that we're keeping track of. Oh, there you are. D-Gen Ethan.
Oh, well.
That was spot number 8, I believe. There are 7 left. I am on the board. It's me, Sticky, Todd Barber, Cup of Mulvaney, Chiefs Life, Stat Pawns, and JD. So 3 new players. Good luck, everybody. We'll keep rolling this order. Looks
next,
like
Alex.
myself. Yeah, I am. Right next to you, man. This is going to be good. For myself, trade targets, I'm gonna pull a little audible here. I'm gonna name 3 of them, and they're gonna be the junior receivers because their values are in the toilet right now. I'm talking about Brian Thomas Jr., Marvin Harrison Jr., and Romo Dunze Jr. They are all 3 being valued at the end of notable wide receivers right before people start taking their chance on some of the rookie classes. I think their value is so low that you can go and get these guys on the cheap. And I mean, all they got to do is bounce back to some of the stuff they've shown us, and they're going to pay off. So I wouldn't pay a 27 first for it, but I would try to stack some things and go out and get one of those guys. Primarily Romo Dunze, who I see having a great year now with the departure of DJ Moore. What do you think about that? You guys agree with any of those receivers bouncing back?
Brian Thomas for sure. I think Brian Thomas. I'm definitely hoping that he does for sure, and think he's amazing.
I want to go a step further and think of a sell high guy, somebody who just had a fantastic freaking year. I don't think it's going to happen again. Not that high, anyways. Sell JSN for as much as you can get him for.
What? I would say Kenneth Walker.
Oh, wow. Well,
Seahawks or all Seahawks.
so we're not going to have that sell high question on the show next week, but we're gonna do this every week where we have just one question that we can go around the room with. I think it'll be a cool little practice. So we are down to the last one. After myself, it was Stat Pawns, Chiefs Life, JD at the number 4 spot, Todd Barber at the number 3 spot, and the number 2 and the number 1 will be looks like Sticky will take the number 2 draft spot, and that leaves Cup
A newbie.
Mulvaney. Yeah, I think there's like what's that guy's name? Brian Mulvaney or something like that. He's a comedian, right? That's the only Mulvaney I know.
Not sure.
He might be the comedian.
All right. Well, there's our draft order that's our draft order for Vecna. We're going to get that going. If you guys have not entered the keyword, it is madness. Go ahead and enter that below. Nick, you have anything before we get up out of here?
Enjoy watching basketball, everybody. It's March, and yeah, I agree with Ethan. These are the these are the best 2 rounds to watch. I mean, there's basketball all the time.
Yes.
All the time. Right now, somebody's sitting at home with a brand new vasectomy, just soaking in all the basketball they can. You have anything for us before we get out of here, Chris?
Yeah. Shout out to Cyborg for putting that contest together, and rooting for your Texas Longhorns because I need them to win tonight. So
go
Texas.
BYU.
All righty. Let's see. What do we got? Ethan, you got anything before we get out of here?
Oh yeah, just keep watching basketball if you like basketball, or if you're competing. Hopefully that we can all win our games, or hopefully somebody. I mean, not all 355 are Ballsville diehards watching us on Thursday night putting these pods together. So hopefully, I'm rooting for somebody that that enjoys this, because this was a public contest. So hopefully, a good person wins.
Yeah, totally, guys. Mini game number 1 was actually all inclusive. It was for everybody who found the link. We didn't mind who you were. Come chill with us. There's going to be plenty of mini games throughout the year, plenty of freebies throughout the year. We're probably going to tack another freebie on top of this video. We'll put it out there in the hub and in the Discords and our friends and affiliates. If you come back to this video and you comment with March Madness in the comments, we'll roll again at the end of next show for an additional free entry. It's just, one of the things that we do to appreciate you guys, because we get to develop the surplus and we get to give it back and pay for things like the Discord, for the website, for the StreamYard and all that good stuff. But primarily we do a lot of free entries. We did over 80 for the mini leagues, and we're going to go right into the big game with the same kind of attitude. And that's going to continue right now. 1 in 10 shot if you're watching. So good luck. And make sure you go pay your dues if you're in these dynasty leagues. You can look at the spreadsheet, and that's going to tell you what you owe. Oh, our very own Chris is getting a big game entry. Absolutely. All right, guys. If you want your shot at it, as soon as we wrap up here, go on to the video once it posts. Comment Madness down in the chat, and we're going to roll again. And as we go, we're going to leave you with our favorite video. It's going to be the Highlander video. Chris, how many spots we have open in the next leagues?
So we've got 8 spots left, or 7 spots left in number 5. That's the Headless Horseman. And in 6, we have 10 spots left. That's the Necromancer. We may have 2 spots available in 3. We're pending payments on 2 spots. I said we would put the teams on the sideline and move them to one of the following leagues if it came in after the weekend. It's been plenty of time now. It should have gone through. So I will be opening those back up at the end of the weekend to get those settled.
Yep, and we'll be rolling for that free entry next week. That'll be league number 3, Negan. So for us and the Ballsville crew, guys, we'll see you in chat. We'll see you in these brackets. Try to recover. If your bracket gets busted, there's always next year.
The Highlander game. 18 will enter. Many will win. But there can be only one Highlander. Can you survive the guillotine?